Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. So excited to have this topic, to discuss this topic, and the topic is Zimbabwe. My friends, I use Zimbabwe a lot and I don't know, I have a soft spot for Zimbabwe. I don't know why, but anyway. I usually use Zimbabwe when I'm referring to the United States of America, like Zimbabwe from across the Atlantic, or if I'm on the other side in China or North Korea subjects, it's Zimbabwe from across Pacific. So here we have it. Zimbabwe is not kidding. Here it is. They're serious people, man. They're not playing with fire because they know someone else is gonna get burned, not them. All right, Sputnik. Zimbabwe seeks to join BRICS. Enhanced cooperation with Russia. Ruling party speaker says, good for you guys, good for you. This is March 15th, 2023. So I know that they will ditch the dollar and they will go into the Russian sphere of influence. But hey, people say, so what? Yeah, I don't know if it's so what. You know, 1 + 1 make 2 and +1 make 3 and so on. And I have another one here. Pa-pa-pa-pam. Russia Today. Zimbabwe poised to ditch dollar in trade with Russia. So they were going to take the dollar and dump it in the ditch. This is my translation. Okay, so let's go back to the first article. Zimbabwean official Christopher Mutsvangwa all right, recently took part in negotiations with a delegation from Russia's Sverdlovsk region, headed by the regional minister of international and foreign economic relations Vyacheslav Yarin. The parties discussed areas in which the two countries could cooperate, including steel and lithium production. Battery, here I am. Ta-da-da-dum. In an interview to Sputnik, Zimbabwean politician ruling Zimbabwe African National Union Patriotic Front, ZANU-PF, party speaker Christopher Mutsvangwa outlines his country's eagerness to join the BRICS bloc. Very good, as well as to enhance cooperation with Russia. The politician notes that BRICS is a desirable platform to join due to its transparency and lack of ideology that could affect the country's cooperation, also expressing hope for BRICS' further growth. Beautiful, beautiful. Earlier, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov stated that a number of countries wishing to join BRICS and SCO, Shanghai Cooperation Organization, has increased significantly, I think like 20 or something. It's worth, and I'm quoting Lavrov, it's worth mentioning that over the past couple of years, including during the first year of the Russian special military operation in Ukraine, the number of countries that want to join the BRICS and the Shanghai Cooperation Organization has increased dramatically. As of now, there are about, I knew it, 20 of them, Lavrov said. Hoo-hoo! Potential candidates for accession also include countries as Argentina. Remember 78 World Cup? It was that 78? Yeah, because the next one was 1982 in Spain. Football I'm talking. Yes. Egypt, Iran, Saudi Arabia, Algeria, and United Arab Emirates, Indonesia, Mexico, and Turkey, among others. Yes. Among the reasons for joining their group of leading emerging economies, Mutsvangwa names the opportunity to use a substitute payment system within BRICS, as it will give Zimbabwe an opportunity to do bypass SWIFT, because these guys are just, you don't do what I say, I'm gonna kick you out. Well, thank you very much for the club then. How about that guy? He didn't do what you said and he's still in a club. Yeah, but he's doing it very well. And I like it the way he does it. Okay, now I know. After the beginning of the special military operation in Ukraine, Russian banks were cut off from SWIFT by the European Union. The decision was made by the EU Council and it was published on March 2nd. They thought, well, Russia is going to be gone, done, and crying, begging, slithering to us to give them something. Didn't happen. On the contrary, their banks are in deep doo-doo right now. I made a video 2 minutes ago about the collapsing the global financial system in the West only, curiously. So that's what happened. The ZANU-PF party speaker recalls that Zimbabwe has been under US sanctions for 22 years, adding that sanctions imposed against Russia should not affect trade between the two countries. What the hell, man? You impose sanctions on Zimbabwe for 22 years. Really? They want to destroy nations and countries. They impose sanctions on Cuba for 1,000 years. Now in Zimbabwe, and it's many other countries. I know Russia has about 10,000 or 11,000 sanctions already on it. And is this the way you want to have a friend? Is that an equal? Sounds like he's an equal to you, who treats you like this? Or he's a guy who dictates my way or your way? I'm sorry, but that's the way it's life. The problem is, which I got to learn later in life, they give you the rules, but the point is they don't follow the rules. And I see around people who get ahead, not get ahead, you know what I mean? Get ahead, not ahead. Get ahead of things by cutting corners and all that. And they say, well, I was flexible. And you find out, well, how did you make the first million? That's the only question you have to ask a millionaire. Not how he's got a billionaire, not that. How did you make the first million? That's the first important question. And you start from there. I'm not implying millionaires stole or anything, but that's the hardest way. And usually, do it by... Anyway, not usually. I'm just overgeneralizing here, obviously. But Zimbabwe, you want to be with friends with something like this? 22 years of sanctions. The Zimbabwean politician outlines the fact that many countries, including BRICS member states, India, China, and others, are seeking to find an alternative to dollar. I told you, dollar, ram pam pam, ditch dollar. No, I'm not celebrating because I use dollars. So if these guys are ditching the dollar, I'm gonna be in deep doo-doo. So yeah, I don't like that either. But justice seems to be more important than these kind of things. According to Mutsvanga, the US currency plays a role of a limiting factor in trade. Thus, for instance, Zimbabwe provides trade operations with Belarus via African Export-Import Bank. So they is not part of the SWIFT system. Yeah. According to Mutsvanga, Russian and Zimbabwean central banks should establish an exchange in national currencies as well as to ensure trade in gold reserves, adding that as both countries have rich reserves of gold, they should ensure bilateral trade in gold as well. There you have it. Yeah, I think they should do that. But So yeah, they will do it with gold. He also basically they want to just get the hell out of the sanctions, and good for them. And that's what's going to happen in a global sphere, in the international arena. People they want to start over. There's no way to start over unless you pull your pants down, bend over, and take it whenever these guys want to come over, however they want to give it to you, and how deep. Well, not everyone wants this. I mean, not everybody is you know what I mean? But you have to be in order to what? To have sanctions lifted. So I'm glad that Zimbabwe will try this one. And it's not for Zimbabwe's, for the people, the country. I mean, remember when we say here, well, people have dignity. Yeah, countries have dignity. Yeah, when we talk about certain kind of country, how about Zimbabwe? Where is Zimbabwe's dignity? I'm not talking about Mugabe, but listen to Mugabe's United Nations speeches from time to time. At least one. Look at one, and you tell me. I mean, you can find so many things that you could agree with that guy. How criminally whatever, take whatever he says, and you find oh. I mean, pretty familiar with Mugabe. But anyway, he's gone. Give them another chance. Give them. By saying that, I even fall into this trap. Give them, like you're the boss. No, time out. Reset everything. Reset it. Please give them a chance. That's the way the so-called international law and rule-based order, international order, is ruled by these guys, that guy who tells everybody what to do, and then, no, I'm the best, but I can bomb you whenever I feel like that you are a threat to me. No, that's unfair. Try again, Zimbabwe. Try your, that's your destiny. You go for it. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.